Hello friend, Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And yes, there's been an incident, I should say more incidents, of why this video is being put together, why I'm wanting to share with you. You know, when we come to Mexico, I'm talking about expats, it's a new country, there's a language barrier, there's cultural differences, and I would say that there's times where the expats can get taken advantage of. I would say the well-meaning expats that are just trying to do whatever it is they're trying to do in life. So that's the reason why I've put all the effort into creating what I called the best of the best referral resource book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how you, in fact, can get yours for free. So I want you to know that I've said this many times before. I care about you. I care about the experience that you have, not only coming down to Lake Chapala, not only visiting, but also retiring here. And there has been some issues recently of people that I've tried to direct in certain directions to get help, professional help when it comes to services offered. So what I do, there's some keys that I do when I'm looking at referring someone. The first one is, these are people that we're either customers or clients of already, that I refer to people, and or I feel confident about their service. I've vetted, interviewed, asked the important questions that are vital when it comes to a referral, and knowing that you're going to get the best care. So also, if somebody comes highly referred to me by a trusted resource or a trusted source, such as somebody at church has used someone, somebody from our channel has used someone that they want to refer, there are sources that I will take in, and I literally speak either by phone or in person before I just start referring people. Here's probably one of the most important things I look for. I look for people that have demonstrated honesty, integrity, they're experienced, and I feel that I'm a good judge of character. Now, why am I sharing all this with you? Well, because of this. I have had some folks that have just had some really bad experiences. I've had individuals that have driven down by themselves. Although you've seen the videos, I do not encourage anyone to do that, because I've had people that have had things happen to them. I've got one gentleman that went with someone and was, by the time that he got to Lake Chapala from the border, he had actually been bribed $1,000 US. It was like every time that they stopped at a toll booth or anywhere, they were bribed. And by the time he got down to Lake Chapala, he'd been bribed of over $1,000. And they took electronic things out of the back of his vehicle. I mean, he literally went back up to the States, got his vehicle. They had moved down here. And he had put the things that were important to him in the back of his truck. And on the way down, they took it. They took it from him. I don't want you to have to go through that. I don't want you to be overcharged for something that is actually free. I've got somebody that went to get their RFC. Now, there is a service, there's someone I've referred to everybody that takes you to Guadalajara. First he picks you up at your house, takes you to Guadalajara, gets you to the front of line, and you are probably there at the SAT building for probably 15, 20 minutes. If you need somebody to translate, he translates for you. And then you get back in his car and he brings you back home. And he does that for 2,000 pesos, which is basically $100. Now, I want you to know that to go to the SAT office to get your RFC is absolutely free. Absolutely free. You can drive there and have that happen and get yours for free. I had another friend, another subscriber here, that was told that it would cost him 2,000 pesos. But he had to drive to the SAT building. And I felt bad about that because that's not what it takes. I mean, if something's free and you're driving there, why would you pay anything? But it happened. I can't stop people from doing what they're going to do. I have found there's two ways of learning. You either learn from your own mistakes, which is expensive, or you learn from others' mistakes, which is free. Which would you rather have? I would rather encourage, direct, refer people to people that are very, very well capable and experienced, honest, have integrity, they're great characters. Some are even, just personality plus. I mean, just really good people. So I had somebody else that went and used a realtor that I told him not to use. Now, there's a reason of that. Between Jocotepec and Chapala, there are over 250 realtors. And in Mexico right now, you don't need anything except a business card. No experience, no certification, no classes, no tests. So I really try to direct people. I've got somebody else just recently that's using someone else that had a really bad experience. I've got a gentleman that came down here with his mother, rented a place. And I told him what he needed to do. He needed to make sure that he had an attorney, a real estate attorney, review his contract. Didn't do that. Leased the place. Within just a short period of time, his mother fell. And so what he was going to do is just leave and go find another place, get a place he felt that was probably more level. Well, what ended up happening was when they went to try to get out of the lease, found out that he had actually signed 3 promissory notes. Those notes guarantee that the landlord will get their full year of their monies, their rent money. And in Mexico, it's legal to have that. So if you're signing a contract and you're not having a real estate attorney reviewing it, I take that back. There are people that if you were to sign a contract, I do not feel that I have any hesitation in their abilities. We've done that twice. Yeah, we've done it twice. Rented and didn't use a real estate attorney because of the fact of the person that we got it rented through. So there's reasons why I really try to encourage people. Let them know that I'm on their side. I'm really trying to direct them. Another one. There is a service that you can actually subscribe to. It's $495, $499, that talks about Mexico. And what they encourage is using a facilitator. Well, if you're going to immigration, you do not want a facilitator. And here's why. Just like somebody's already found out. If you go use a facilitator and something happens, or there's a problem with the facilitator, and they submit your documents, and then you find out there were some things done wrong, did you know that they can actually have you start all over again? which means you've got to go back up to the States, go back to the Mexican consulate, and start the paperwork all over again. I don't want you to have to do that. If you're dealing with immigration, you've got to use an immigration attorney. You don't want to do anything but that. This person that actually went and did this, it's been a bad experience. And I told him, again, of what to do. Now, everybody can do whatever they want to do. But I try to guard people just from experiences that I've either had other people tell me about or people that I've used personally and I've had really bad experience with. I don't refer those people. Another experience. I had a situation where someone was coming to town and they weren't well. They were given X amount of months to live. They had cancer. And I reached out to probably 15 people who they knew that could actually cook 3 meals a day for someone who's coming down that is really needy, needs somebody to be able to do that for him. Had somebody referred to me. I reached out to that person. I let them know that I have access to be able to give them a lot of business. And all I asked her to do is take good care of the people that are referred to. So I referred her to one person. They set up an appointment where this cook was going to go by and cook food for these people. Well, on a Friday, she called and canceled and said she'd have to do it on Monday. Well, Monday came and then she had to cancel again and said she'd do it Wednesday. Wednesday came and again, she said she had to cancel. Do you see my frustration that I have for other people? Why would you want to go through that? It's a waste of time. And this gal's keeping on texting me of who else would I like to have referred to her. Are you kidding me? Why would I want to refer someone that is not accountable? I mean, they're not dependable, not going to show up. I mean, that's just one more excuse. Had somebody that put down a deposit for a piece of property to rent. 5,000 pesos. That's 250 US dollars. To find out it was a scam. Now, is that something you want to have to go through before somebody says to you, don't go there? I mean, I've got people in real estate that I refer people to. And then I've got people that I would highly discourage people to use. Why? Because they're not good people. They're not good people. They don't really care. It's all about the buck. Some of them are expats. And just not good people that I would ever refer someone to. I just see expats getting taken advantage of. If somebody's here, maybe they know a little bit more Spanish and they're saying you got to do this or this, and they get taken advantage of. So, wrong realtors. How about a wrong mover? So I told somebody that was actually moving down here from the States. They wanted to get a recommendation of a mover. I gave them one name. I said the two that I would not call, but I gave them one name that I knew would be absolutely perfect for what they're looking for. This gentleman is an absolute jewel of a person, a wonderful human being. I consider him a good friend. Cares about people. Used to work for Mexican Customs for quite a few years. Has now been moving people internationally and is right here at Lake Chapala. I told her, I says, you want to call this guy? You want to use this guy? Actually, when they came down, I took them to meet him and they ended up leaving, and then they were given a quote. And she ended up going with someone else because the other person was less money. Well, here's what happened. She gets ready to move. The movers are coming in to load the trucks. They were upsold. They were told it was going to be $12,500. Well, I want you to know it didn't leave when it was supposed to. Then it got to the border, and it was held up at the border and held up at the border and held up at the border. As she was saying, that was that was what she was being told. So she was staying in an Airbnb because she was to be moving into a place that didn't have furniture. It was not furnished. So what ends up happening was she's waiting. She's spending money. She had already given a deposit in the first and last month's rent, but she's paying for an Airbnb. The stuff never gets here when she's supposed to move in. Finally, it gets here. This whole interaction went from being a $12,500 estimate and, got paid up front to being over $25,000. Yes, you heard that. What she paid to move her items down here was not $12,500 like she signed the contract for. It ended up being for only $25,000. I really feel bad for her. What I tell people is your mistakes cause you headaches, strife, anxiety, stress, and I try to help with that. It's taken me literally 3 years to put this together. 3 years, 14 pages of all the people that I refer people to. And it's yours for free. And if you have an interest in getting a copy of it, you can reach me directly. You can reach out to me by my email address. It's JBsBigAdventure, JBsBigAdventure 521 at gmail.com. JBsBigAdventure 521 at gmail.com. If you will email me and leave a contact number that I can reach back out to you, I'd like to get your free copy to you. Again, because I care. And I hear of things happening. That's why I wanted to share it with you. I mean, I got the whole sheet here. And I've got more. I just tried to pick the ones that were more recent. So if that's important to you, if you're coming down to check out Lake Chapala, if you're just moving down here, I can be of help. And I can get you in contact with the right people the first time that can take care of your needs. So, and I guess the last thing is I care. So friend, if you saw this value in this video, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. It's fast, free, and easy to do. In the bottom right-hand corner, there's actually a red box. Tap on it, you're subscribed. Go ahead and give us one of those thumbs up. It lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. Stop by, say hi, ask a question, leave a comment, or let us know if you've had an experience that was a bad experience coming down. Because I know, I think 17% of our viewers are actually already in Mexico. Or even give us an idea of a video you'd like to see. And also hit the bell, because that way you'll be immediately notified when our next video comes out, and you don't want to miss our next video. So with that, as always, thank you for being a part of this community, supporting this channel. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you on the next video.